Hey guys, Tony from BladeCoUSA.com. Today I'm showing you a knife that I'm very excited about. Robert Carter, son of Joe Pardue, grandson of Mel Pardue, famous knife makers. Anyone who collects knives or has been around knives knows the lineage there. And Robert is a sea captain, and he has been making knives the past couple years, I guess part-time, because it's hard to transition from your professional daytime job into knife making. And this year he started making more and more, and he's really putting out some amazing stuff. Scott and I got lucky enough to get on his books early, and we had him make a couple blades for us. Scott got a new Generalist from him, which there's also a video on our channel. You could see him talk about his Generalist. I got this lovely F16, and basically we took these from Blade Show as our gifts to ourselves for going. As knife dealers, you know, Scott and I, we don't really get a chance to keep as many knives as people think. I mean, we're selling knives. We get to look at them, we get to play with them, and then they gotta go. And we fall in love, and we learn how to let them go just like that. And sometimes you just have to keep one for your pocket, because after all, you know, we love knives and we're knife collectors as well. So we decided this year at Blade Show we would take these Robert Carter knives, and we were just happy as all get out to get them. And I can't talk enough about this knife. I love it. It is an amazing folder. Without a doubt, my favorite folder that I own currently. So here it is, the F16. It's one of Robert's first folding designs. Flipper. Sports a really neat compound tanto. I call it a compound because you know, he just does a really cool, almost swedge type of grind up here. And I'll tell you what, this thing is stabby. But the blade, I believe this is 3V. That's what he was using for his original F16s. And I know that his newer blades, his Generalist, he's working with 4V. So I'm not 100% sure this is 3V, but it's either 3V or 4V. I do know that. And when he was first starting to make these, you know, Robert's on Instagram. He's always posting pictures of his work. And he took a couple months off from the sea before Blade Show and was making knives for people, trying to get some stuff done for Blade to have on his table. Of course, everything was pretty much pre-sold or for a couple auctions that he had. And he was trying to get his books going because these books have been closed for quite some time now. And, you know, I said, hey, make what you want to make. I just want an F16. If you could give me one, that would be great. And then, of course, I had to throw in, and if there's anything you got with a little bit of carving, that'd be pretty neat. Well, this is what I got, and I couldn't be happier. Basically, Robert just makes stuff, you know. He just goes at it, comes up with a creation, and, you know, most of his stuff is pretty much a one-off. He you know, makes it as he goes. And this one's you know, anodized blue with the carving that gives it a two-tone blue. It's got a brownie bronze kind of backspacer, titanium backspacer, and then the pocket clip, which he didn't let me see pictures of until I actually saw it in person. Really did it for me. It just sets a different color tone. It's kind of got that bronzy copper look to it, also carved up, which I'm a big fan of. And as you can see, I haven't been shy to carry this guy around with me. If I can focus in on this clip here. Come on there. But yeah, I mean, plenty of pocket scratches already on this guy. And this thing, it's just a beautiful knife. Smooth. There's some pocket linen there for you guys. Smooth as all get out. I mean, it is butter smooth. He uses ceramic detents and you can tell it makes some sort of a difference. I mean, I don't have a lot of knives with ceramic detents. It's a newer thing a lot of guys are doing, and you know, this one runs amazing. It's just about perfect. I mean, I really don't, I can't think of anything that's wrong with this knife here. The lockup, you know, is probably sitting around, I don't know what you guys would call that, 15%. And it is solid as a rock. It doesn't move, it doesn't go either way. There's no side to side, no up and down. It doesn't move when you flick it hard. It's not sticky. Actually, when I got the knife from Robert, it was a little sticky, and I said, hey, let me take care of that. I'll break it in nice and good for you. And about a day of having it and playing with it, now you can't even get this lock to stick if you tried. It's ridiculously smooth, and it just operates and functions phenomenally. I'll tell you, it is just about one of the best flippers that I've ever handled. And I just love how just raw it is. It's organic. It's kind of medieval looking. You know, I'm a big fan of the Tanto blade. If it's going to be a knife without belly, I like to have another cutting angle, so you kind of have a little bit of substitution for the belly at this point here. It's a very good tool. I mean, you could use this to do just about anything. And piercing wise, I mean, whew, she's a stabber, I will tell you that much. Flipping wise, I mean, it's just ridiculously smooth. Just a very, very smooth knife all the way around. And I cannot say enough about it. I don't see myself getting rid of this knife. I know a lot of us say that, but this is kind of a little sentimental to me. We're pretty young business, and I feel real lucky to get one of his early knives. I think Robert Carter is going to be doing some amazing things in the future. I know there's rumors about a mid-tech run, and I know that he's working hard to get off the boat more and into the shop behind the grinder more. So, perfectly centered knife. The grind is ridiculously symmetrical. It's a freehand grind. He does it all freehand. And, little acid etched stonewash blade, my style. Just a beautiful knife. Very, very, very much like this knife. I know I've said it a lot, but I'm a big fan of it. So, Robert Carter. Check him out. He does a lot of stuff on Instagram. His website's up with some things. But if you really want to see what he's doing, check out his Instagram at Robert Carter Knives. And he will post all kinds of pictures. He is a really good guy. We got to hang out with him at Blade a lot. And I can't say enough about him. He's just a down-to-earth, normal person like the rest of us, who, you know, very, very humble in what he's doing. And he's just got a great fan club, a great base of people who really, really, really want his blades. And if you can get yourself one, you can get on his books. I mean, don't hesitate now, because it's going to come a time when it's going to be harder and harder. And it's already hard enough as it is, but I can't stress enough how much I like this knife, especially since, you know, he's only been making these for a couple years. And I can't imagine it getting any better, but we'll see what the future brings for Robert. And real lucky to have it. Give you a quick comparison here for size-wise, in case any are wondering. Use some common knives. We got a ZT 300 there. Similar length, obviously a little less chunky. And then how about a Spyderco Domino? Very similar handle length, blade's a little bit longer. But very useful knife for me. Love the way it looks, love the way it functions. I don't think it gets any smoother than this knife here. I mean, it is smooth. So, thanks for watching, guys. Check out Robert Carter Knives. You won't be disappointed. Look for big things to come out of his shop in the future. Check out BladeCoUSA.com for upcoming customs we are getting in, and watch the rest of our videos, guys. We appreciate it. Take care.